Welcome everybody on replay, and thank you so much for joining me on yet another beautiful sunny day here in Santa Barbara. Good morning. Good morning from Goleta and Santa Barbara. Hey, welcome. So there's one of my students now. I'm the shepherd for a walking class, which means I go with the slowest. Turned around, eh? Yeah, I'll do that in a second. It's very nice. So I'm the shepherd, so I take the people who are slowest, and actually the very slowest are right behind me, but they're chatting with each other, so I'll keep an eye on them by turning around on a regular basis. So that was a glimpse of the lake just to start, but stick with me because we're about to come to the best part of the lake. So yeah, in my life as a fitness instructor, every so often I sub this walking class. So yay, I get paid to walk with people. Isn't that pretty cool? So it's about 9 a.m. on a California time, Saturday morning. And usually you can see people with their dogs on a leash or bike riding. Lots and lots of birds here. So I'm hoping we'll see some egrets or some herons or some cranes. I know we'll see ducks, maybe some geese. I know we'll see some cormorants. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. We're here at Lake Los Carneros. Technically this is Goleta, right next to Santa Barbara. So it says Natural and Historic Preserve. Once in a great while, I see people who ignore the part that says don't go in this lake, and they go in the lake with their little boats or whatever, and then they wonder why they come out covered in green. So there you go. Isn't this pretty? I'll get you closer. We have a terrible, terrible drought. We had about 3 minutes, really, literally 3 minutes of rain the other day, which was a bummer. We want more. So on the East Coast, they're having too much rain. On the West Coast, not enough rain. There goes a heron. Did you see it flying? It's now settled. So let's see if we can get you a little closer. I came to this lake about a month ago with the dogs. And 1 second I turned my back and they were both in and completely muddy. Okay, you hear them chatting. Here we go. Swan! We got a swan. Woohoo! There's swan. Next to a cormorant. You know, I rarely see I meant to say coots a minute ago. We rarely see cormorants or swans here. Normally the cormorants are at the beach. The coots and the ducks are here. Awesome. Where's your partner, Swanee? Can you hear them? They're all chatting. Okay, I think the swan is pissed off. The heron is over there. Very hard to see. Can you kind of see the heron? It's a long, skinny neck. Ah, okay. Thank you for joining me. Great question. This is Goleta and Santa Barbara. So I'm right in Goleta and Santa Barbara touch each other. And this part's Goleta, right by the university and the airport. And then I'm right on the freeway. So in the background, we're looking at some of the avocado ranches. There's our buddy, the swan. All the ducklings. Somebody had babies. Ducklings. Lots of ducklings. Can you tell how tiny they are compared to the other? And they're the coots. So the ones with the white bills and the black heads are coots. And the one sitting on that cement thing is a cormorant. And of course our buddy the swan. And then right back there, very hard to spot, is the gray heron. So the water used to fill all that part where you see sand in the background. And when El Nino finally comes, I'm guessing maybe it'll fill back up again. So let's say hello to the ducks. I'll say hello. Haha! This is my job. I'm on a walk. My students are up behind me. You hear the ducks. They're all chatting. Okay, so this is me, AlexandraFunFit. I'm going to be putting some pictures of this lake on Instagram, which is also AlexandraFunFit, in a few minutes. I see some cranes way in the background, so let me flip it back over. So those little tiny white specks in the back are some cranes. And I cannot tell the difference between a crane and an egret. So if you are a bird specialist and you're thinking that's an egret, I'm thinking you could be right. I say crane, egret interchangeably because I'm not a bird specialist. But I do know this much. The very colorful ducks are the males. The brown ducks are the females, and they mate for life. I guess swans don't, because I don't see swan number 2. And something's going on over there in that corner. Because you see they're all like together in a big circle, so something's going on. You don't normally see them all crowded together like that. I feel pretty lucky. Usually the only place I see swans is, I think it's the Bellagio in Las Vegas. They put them into this artificial, it's indoors, but they light it like it's outdoors, and then there's like a river they've created next to where you sit to eat breakfast or dinner, and the swans just swim by. Swans are beautiful and graceful, but man, are they pissy. They're like llamas. They look as cute as can be, and then they go for you. I'm an expert in all the animals that'll go for you. Bite you and honk at you and spit at you. So anyway, this is super beautiful, and up in the background you see the San Ynez Mountains. Right there, to the right of that big clump of trees, at the very top of the mountain, you see a bald patch, and that's called Windermere, and it's like a peace ranch. Until last week, I lived up near there, and I've met the people. They're very peaceful and nice. There was some controversy because they were running these big buses full of people through these private drives past people's mountain homes where people moved to get away from it all. So that ended, and they built their own road through. And then the city wouldn't allow them to build hotel cabins or anything like that. So they just have daily activities. But it's a peace ranch. And a lot of people were pissed that they cleared the land until we had one of our many fires. And the cleared land stopped the fire. So that was the end of the neighborly disagreements. See how pretty all this is? So I think I'll go see where my 2 last stragglers were. We'll turn around, we'll head back, and we'll do stretch. Then I'm going to take my son to his football bus. He's the equipment manager, and they have a game in LA. So he's going to sit on a bus today, heading to LA. There's the egret/crane. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for hearts. Thank you for following me. I will follow you back, unless your head is an egg. Just because then I think you're a bot, not because I don't like eggs. Okay, my lovelies, here's a nice little view. A bientôt.